Hi guys, and welcome from Eleanor's room. We are cleaning and organizing. Josh moved her crib from her bedroom to the nursery, so it's time for me to reorganize her room, take care of some laundry. I'm gonna do my best to hang him curtains. Let's see how that goes. And then possibly do a toy rotation. She's currently at her grandmother's house. I don't know for how much longer, so my goal is to hopefully get this cleaned up in here, but I have to move a few things around, so I'm not exactly sure how long that is going to take because I currently don't have a vision for it. And then I need to do another toy rotation because it's been over a month since I've done one, and she is definitely getting bored with the stuff that is downstairs. And I will actually show you the little toy area setup that I have, like Eleanor's little area. I tried my best to keep it Montessori inspired. I don't exactly do Montessori all the way. It's a lot of work. But yes, let's go ahead and get started. So out of breath. I just ran up and down the stairs twice. It's a lot for this pregnant mama. All right, so I am pretty much done in Eleanor's room. I have to wash her sheets, but I'll probably do that tomorrow just because I have some other loads going right now. But let me show you what I have so far. So as you could tell earlier, I did a lot of rearranging and I kind of struggled a little bit. But what I did is I moved this chair that was originally in this corner to here. I wanted to kind of make this half of the room like a sitting area / playing area for her. So in that chest I keep all of her extra toys that I don't want out. So I also moved her books that were originally on her dresser to here so she has easier access to them. That picture is actually the 100 Acre Woods. I need to eventually hang it up. I just don't have the hanging part for it, like on the back. I moved her rocking chair here. She has her instruments there, her barn, which I actually need to get more animals because she has moved the animals around so often and I've put them in random places and I can't keep track of where I put them. We have her sensory balls, her laundry, her air purifier. That's like a little dinosaur play thing. She doesn't really play with, she mostly plays with the colorful balls. And then over here are the toy rotation toys that I want to bring downstairs because I'm not exactly sure what I want to do, so I need to play around with them. And then in that one she has some extra toys and her stuffed animals. So that's what this half of the room looks like. Alright guys, so we are in our living room and our living room is kind of divided by the couch. Sorry, that's so rude of me. I had to keep my phone on because I need to hear back from my mother-in-law when I need to go get my daughter. Alright, so like I said, our living room is kind of divided because of the couch. We have a sectional, which is too big. I've talked about it before. I'm not going to get into it. But it divides the living room a little bit. So what I did is this half right here, I kind of made it Eleanor's area. She loves to play with the piano, which is on the other side, and I can show you. She's recently gotten into that. She realizes that it can go up now, and she loves to just make music, and I think it's so precious because I took piano lessons when I was a little kid, and I'm hoping that she wants to as well. Not gonna force it, but if she wants to, then we are all for it, and we will definitely get this piano tuned and fixed because it's a very old piano. It was actually Josh's grandparents' piano, so it would be her great grandparents' piano. Anyways, so as you can see, the toy area is pretty busy. I brought some things downstairs that were in her room that I had already showed you because I'm not exactly sure what I want to do for her toys this weeks actually, probably be a month until I actually do another toy rotation. I'm so sorry, you guys. Like I was saying, I brought some toys down because the next toy rotation probably won't be for like another month. I'm really not on top of it like I should be, but she doesn't get so bored with it so quickly because she's gone at my parents' Monday through Friday, so she really only plays with the toys in the morning before we leave. In the evenings when we get back home, and then during the weekends. But what I like to do is I always have one of these designated, what are they called? Squares? Cubbies? For books. So these books have been down here for a while, so I am going to trade that out. I'm actually going to get my vacuum and vacuum these out because they're pretty dusty. So what I like to do is if she has, like for instance, this little carrot thing, it goes according to sizes. I'm sure you've seen it. They're like all over Instagram and stuff. So I always separate it for her and I let her actually put it together. That's kind of the Montessori way, is if it's like a puzzle, like this one, she has her different shapes. I never leave the shapes in here. I never leave the puzzle done for her. I always put it in a little box or a little wooden bowl. I actually got these at the thrift store, I think for maybe $1. I always put the pieces in the bowl or in the basket, and I have it set up like this so she can see it and she can pull it out if she wants to do it, or I will actually put it on her table for her. We just got the little IKEA table, which was awesome. If you don't have it, I highly suggest you get it, or a table of that sort that is at their level for them, because it's a game changer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pick through the toys that I want to possibly have for her. And the first thing I'm going to do is go through the books and get some books for her. So I keep all of her books, most of them, in this little magazine organizer. I got it at the thrift store. It's solid wood. I think I paid $5 for it, which is a huge steal. So I'm going to pick out some books. I think I'm going to do Love You Forever. Let's see what else. She not read for a while. Yoko. Guys, this book, I used to read it all of the time when I was a little kid. My mom read it to me so much, and it was actually the book, I think it was the first book that I had memorized that, like, I couldn't read, but I knew what to say. And then I am going to do Where the Wild Things Are, and maybe one other book, because why not? I need to get her more books because we've read through these so often. We'll do Maisie's Day Out. And this book, I actually think she got at her doctor's appointment. She gets a book at every doctor's appointment, which I think is fantastic. I don't know if all doctors do that, but at her pediatrician's office, they always give out a book. So I'm going to organize these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on the very first shelf. That way it's like the first thing that she sees, and hopefully she tends to gravitate towards those. Which she's actually pretty good about getting a book if she wants to just look at it, And another one that I'm going to do, because she's been really interested in it for the last few days, is just the animals book, which is another thrift store find. I get all of her books at the thrift store if I don't get them at the pediatrician's office, because they're only 95 cents to $1, and I'm not going to pay $8 for a book if she's not going to be interested in it. I'd rather just save my money. So this one is just very contrasting colors. I'm sure you've seen it. She just really likes it. So I'm going to do that right there. Okay, so something that I pulled from from upstairs and brought down here is, what is this? Okay. Are these little wooden like bowls and like tongs and a scoop, because I have 3 sensory activities planned for her, either like today and tomorrow or throughout the week when we come home, because they're super simple and easy and should keep her entertained while I'm cooking dinner. And I brought this down because I have some extra rice that I'm going to use. I'm going to put a few drops of food coloring that I just got today at the grocery store and have her kind of just do sensory play with it, pretty much. I also went to the dollar store and I got little bins, because the IKEA table that I got for her, it's not the one where you can put the 2 bins in, it's just the regular table. So I needed some bins, and at $1, why not? So I'll put the rice in that. And then another sensory activity that I have for her is with Jello. I got just the plain gelatin, and I'll oh, sorry, my hip. I'll put some food coloring in it. I'll probably do just a few drops, maybe 2 of blue, to make it a very, very light blue so it doesn't stain. I wasn't wanting to do food dye just because it's not good for your body, especially the red food dye. Like, I'm not doing that. However, it's not going to really hurt her. So I'll do that. And what I wanted to try to find at the dollar store with like little animals, kind of like I showed you for her barn that's upstairs in her room, but they didn't have any. So I'll just do regular Jello for her, and she can play with that, and that's another sensory activity for her. And then the last one that I'm going to do, I actually got another bin at the dollar store for it, is whipped or foamy soap. All you do is you do 1 cup of water, a 1/4 cup of soap, and you just mix it in your KitchenAid or with a hand mixer for 1 minute. I don't know where I got 10 minutes from. For 1 minute, and it makes it super foamy. And you can put some food coloring in it if you'd like, or you can just leave it as is. And it's another sensory activity for them, and it's really fun, and they get to see the different consistency and different feeling of soap. Alright, so I'm going to do blocks for her for one of her little cubbies. And I think I'm going to do, I think I may actually do 2 different types of blocks in 2 different cubbies. So my sister got her these little colorful squeaky blocks, and they have numbers, so they're kind of like dice. I'm going to put them in one cubby. I'm not going to color organize the blocks, and I'm not going to put them in the order of the numbers, because I want to use that as a learning opportunity with her and show her the numbers and what sequence they go in. Alright, so we have this here, and we have a few blocks left. I honestly don't even know where the other blocks went. They're probably somewhere in this little bin. But we are going to put this here, and I'm going to just lay out the blocks for her. I'm not going to put them near the little hole that they go into. I want her to figure that out. I think this must go to this one. I'm not sure how. It must. And then I'll just leave that towards the side. Next one, I'm taking a chance with this one, guys. She got it for her Christmas, as part of her Christmas gift. But it's pretty small. I don't know if she's still going to want to put it in her mouth. It's kind of like the carrot one, but with colors. So you have the little bees. Here's a yellow one. Here's a blue one, and you have different colors. And then you just have to match them to the color that they go to. And where are the little tawns? And then you have these little plastic tawns, and you pick it up like that. So not only is she learning color coordination, she's learning dexterity by using the tawns to actually get them. I'm really gonna have to watch her with this one because I'm really taking a chance here. But anytime she's coming over here, I always watch her. So I have a basket of some flashcards for her. I recently got into doing flashcards for her. I regret not starting them earlier, but that's okay. It's never too late to start. First, I actually have some Bible verses that I can read off to her. And then we have some numbers. And then we have opposites. It's just little animals. And then, let me go get the other one that I just got today. And then I got first words flashcards. That was pretty difficult to open. All right, so we just have ant, and it has the picture, ball, bat, bee, bird, bus, just the basic words for them to learn. So just 3 little cubbies left. The next one that I want to do is a musical little cubby. So right now I have a little, whatever this is called, I can't think of it, and then a little xylophone. I'm not exactly sure what the little things are. I can't think of the word, but that's okay. I'm gonna put it in this cubby here. Next cubby I'm going to do are these little pegs. Again, I'm sure you've seen them all over Instagram, on Facebook, Pinterest, you name it, you've probably seen it. It's just these little colorful pegs with these little rings that you put in there. So again, it's hand-eye coordination, and it's also color coordination. I had to put this up for a bit because she kept wanting to put the pegs in her mouth, and I'm sure she's still going to want to do that. But it's just constantly watching her. I'm going to put some blocks, some building blocks, in this little basket. I don't want to do all of them because I don't want her to be overstimulated. And that's something else with the Montessori, is you don't want to have all of their toys out because you don't want them to be overstimulated or to get bored with their toys. Hence the toy rotation. All right. I have colorful blocks, but I don't want to mix it in with just the regular wooden blocks. So I'm going to save those for the next rotation and just do the regular wood blocks. We have some different shapes in here. We have some little, we have little bridges. We have bigger bridges. We have like the regular rectangle block and the traditional square block. That's enough. I just filled it up, not so it's overflowing, but just enough for her to play with and keep her entertained. I actually got all of her blocks, I think including the colorful blocks, from Goodwill. So a majority of her toys are either thrifted or gifted to her. All right, now it's time to kind of organize the top a little bit. I'm going to, I think the only things I'm going to get rid of are her little Easter eggs. Maybe, I don't know. She really likes to play with them. But the top is very busy for me. We'll see. Let's play around with it. Alright guys, so that is how I do a toy rotation for Eleanor with like a Montessori inspiration behind it. I know it's definitely not Montessori whatsoever. I do my very best though to keep things, oh hello cat, to keep things like kind of at her level and just very open and available to her, and that's kind of what Montessori is. It's kind of not catering to them, but just having everything be at their level and teaching independence, teaching them they're fully capable of doing things. They just need to learn. And if they make a mess, they make a mess. Totally fine. But that's how I do a Montessori inspiration toy rotation for her. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.